I like nice things, but over the years I've learned I don't need to pay designer price for absolutely everything. Defining my own saves and splurges has allowed me to create a versatile, functional, and lasting wardrobe without overburdening my own finances. I'm able to map out my priorities and where I want my resources to go. Doing this has helped me tremendously to stay consistent with low buy over the last few years. I'm also less influenced by FOMO or the desire to keep up with others. And here are some of my saves and splurges. I don't buy luxury costume jewelry or fashion jewelry. I'll be honest, those Chanel or Dior earrings do look really beautiful, and they sometimes even come across as relatively affordable, especially if you compare their prices to the handbags or ready-to-wear from the same brand. Personally, I decided a while ago that costume jewelry are not my thing because I'm not willing to spend so much on faux pearls, crystals, and non-precious metals. Personally, I prefer to save up longer and purchase a few solid fine jewelry pieces instead. The irony is though, sometimes they are actually cheaper than luxury costume jewelry. These pearl earrings, for example, are made of solid gold and freshwater pearls, and they cost about £200. Meanwhile, these Chanel faux pearl earrings are about double the price. Obviously, we are not exactly comparing apple to apple here, but I think you get the idea. I don't have the biggest fine jewelry collection, but the good thing about having a curated selection is that I make use of what I have on a very regular basis. For me, it's also really reassuring to know that these pieces will continue to serve me well for a long time. In terms of shoes, I don't buy high heels because I simply don't enjoy wearing them, and truthfully, I have nowhere to wear them to. So all those beautiful Christian Louboutin heels are irrelevant for my wardrobe. However, I do have a small selection of designer flats. I find them to be much better value, seeing I can wear them in my daily life, and they are also appropriate for the more dressy events. I usually go for neutral colors just to make it easy for mixing and matching. Similarly, I've been putting my ankle boots to good use, so it makes sense for me to invest a bit more in something comfortable and timeless. Leather boots usually cost more, but I find they do a much better job at keeping my feet warm compared to faux leather. On the other hand, I don't buy designer sneakers. I wear these Nike for exercise and these Vans for walks. Both are under £50, but they are so comfortable. I also really enjoy the fact that I don't have to worry about them getting dirty or caught in the rain. There's no telling how much I love luxury handbags. At one point, I probably had splurged a little bit too much on them. For me, handbags are a very valuable element in my wardrobe. They really help to bring a very simple outfit to life. So even though I've downsized my handbag collection a lot and I haven't bought a designer handbag for 3 years, I don't object anyone buying well-made handbags. In fact, one of the reasons I've been so consistent with low buy is because I already have a collection that I enjoy immensely. I certainly don't encourage handbag fast fashion, but if I was still building my wardrobe from scratch, handbags would certainly be a category that I'll happily splurge on. All that being said, I don't necessarily splurge on everything in the bag category. For example, I don't buy designer backpacks. My Louis Vuitton mini backpack doesn't really count because I never use it as a backpack. I personally only use backpacks for travel or the more hard-working purposes, so I don't see the need to splurge thousands of dollars on a designer one. Currently, I have 2 backpacks. I use this one for travel. It can carry my laptop, other electronic accessories, a change of clothes, and a water bottle. The other one is this Kipling backpack, which I love. I carry this when we go for a walk or to the park. There's a back pocket which fits my phone perfectly. One of the key features I look for in a backpack is a secure place for my phone, and this ticks the box. The front pocket carries my reusable shopping bag. I usually leave a small notebook with a pen in this compartment just so I can write down any ideas that come to mind. The main compartment has a zip and is big enough to carry my card holder, mini pochette, a water bottle, and other essentials. I really enjoy this backpack. It looks small and cute, and I don't have to baby it. I honestly can't recommend this enough. For small leather goods, I do splurge on my daily pieces, such as my Chanel card holders and my Louis Vuitton mini pochette. However, I've given up on the idea of having a designer toiletry pouch. When I travel, I now use my free gift pouches, and in the last few years, I've spilled my shampoo and whatnot several times, and I can't imagine that happening to a very expensive pouch. I used to have a Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch 26. I bought it to carry my toiletries, but I never had the courage to use it for that. So now I've decided there'll be no more expensive toiletry pouches for me. In terms of clothing, I'm quite happy to splurge on outerwear such as a coat and a jacket, because the whole point of wearing outerwear pieces is to keep warm. So paying a bit more for good quality materials really does make all the difference. Just like everything else, I don't have a huge collection of outerwear, but I think it shows how less can be so much more. I personally prefer to have one solid jacket that I know can reliably keep me warm, rather than a selection of different colors and designs while compromising on the materials. I'm also now adding more and more cashmere elements to my wardrobe. I have cashmere scarves, gloves, socks, hat, and even loungewear, and I love them all. Cashmere is typically more expensive compared to cotton, wool, linens, and other fabric materials, but I personally think it's worth the splurge. Good quality cashmere has a very soft and luxurious texture, plus it's also very forgiving when it comes to temperature changes. I often wear my cashmere pieces from autumn through winter to early springtime, so they are definitely worth the splurge for me. And to be honest, if you compare a cashmere jumper to a designer one made of cotton, quite often the latter is still more expensive. Personally, in this case, I much prefer to pay for the material rather than the brand name. While we're on the topic of clothing, I'm no longer interested in designer t-shirts. Certain designer t-shirts cost hundreds of dollars. I'm sure they have better craftsmanship, but I personally think a lot of it goes to the brand name rather than the quality. A while ago, I bought these Balmain t-shirts. I've never really worn them a lot, but even with hand washing, I managed to put these little holes through the fabric. I'm probably just heavy-handed, but I now prefer to go cheap and cheerful for my summer t-shirts. And in the last few years, I've been loving these Uniqlo basic t-shirts. They are so comfortable. I usually clean them in the washing machine, and so far they've been holding up really well. By the way, I just want to quickly mention, I bought these Balmain t-shirts because I loved the button details, but they are actually a bit of a nuisance to wear. Seeing the buttons are only on one side, the t-shirt feels a little bit lopsided when I have it on. So overall, I can't say they are worth the money. Next, let's touch on jeans. I'm not against anyone buying designer denim, especially if you think they complement your body shape or they last a lot longer. I personally just haven't come across anything like that myself, which is why I've been very loyal to my Topshop skinny jeans. So I'm actually pretty neutral when it comes to denim pieces. I don't mind spending more if I see something I really like, but until then, I'm quite happy with what I have. On that note, I welcome any recommendations. I'm quite flexible when it comes to skincare. I absolutely don't mind splurging on expensive products if they do amazing things to my skin, but as someone who's transitioned from strictly using luxury skincare to the more affordable range, my takeaway is expensive doesn't always mean better. My skincare now consists mainly of mid-range products such as Tony Moly, COSRX, and Kiehl's. My face wash is from Simple, and this costs just over £2. I am forever grateful that my dermatologist recommended this to me. It works so much better than everything else I tried before. I also want to say, while skincare is good for prevention and maintenance, sometimes it's not the answer to everything. For example, I have a history of acne and I'm also quite prone to melia. And in my opinion, paying for professional treatment and advice can actually be a lot more cost-effective than buying skincare that overpromises but under-delivers. Body care is something I save on. A while ago, I really loved indulging in luxury body care like Chanel body lotion and Hermes body wash. To be honest, I'm not sure if they did anything extraordinary to improve my skin. I think I bought them mainly because they smelled lovely, and of course, the packaging never disappointed. I now use drugstore or high street body care products, including brands like Nivea, E45, and Dove. They work great for my skin, and I think they are really good value for money. With body care especially, I find that I have to be quite generous with the amount I use, so switching to non-luxury brands has saved quite a bit of money. I do splurge a bit on hand cream because it's one of my secret obsessions, and I like to think I can justify it, seeing I use my hands so much. I always make sure to leave a hand cream close by. You'll see one in every corner of my house. And of course, I religiously keep one in my bag as well wherever I go. My absolute favorite is the Laura Mercier Vanilla Ombre Hand Cream. The smell is divine and is so moisturizing. In terms of hair care, I use pretty much drugstore everything, but I do splurge a bit on my hair serum. My favorite is this Beauty of Function hair serum. This is incredibly nourishing and moisturizing, but not sticky or greasy whatsoever. I honestly haven't come across anything else quite like it, so I'm happy to pay more for it. So those are my saves and splurges. I'm sure this will differ from person to person, and I would love to hear about yours, so make sure to leave a comment down below. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.